A family addict named Billy P. Here in Cincinnati, Ohio. In fact, behind me, that's the big city back there. I just got done rolling through there. I spoke this morning at a meeting. I went to a meeting last night. I'm here in Cincinnati. I'm going to speak tonight, doing an open talk. It's been a minute since I've done a video, and I've had some people ask me about topics, and they said, Billy, could you make a video about the struggles that you had early in recovery? Listen, I still struggle today in recovery, but it's a lot better than struggling out there in the madness. I know for myself, when I first came into this process of recovery and I came to surrender and I started to go into a 12-step meeting and I wanted to become a member of some groups and I was willing to do anything that it took for me to make it through one day without using. And one guy came up to me and he said, "You only have to change one thing about you." And I said, "What is that?" And he said, "Everything." I said, "Holy cow, that seems like a lot of work." Obviously, he must not know that getting high became a whole lot of work while I was out there. He was right. I did have to change everything. But the first thing that I had to change, for myself at least, was the places that I went to, the faces and the places. They say old places or old faces and wet places. I didn't hang out with anybody who I used to hang out with while I was getting high when I quit getting high. I'm not going to go to them and say, "Oh, look at how good I'm doing." They don't care. They were never my friend to begin with. They were acquaintances. Friends do not help each other die. Friends do not help each other go out, man, and buy the poison that's out there on the streets today that's killing people left and right. A city that I just drove through, that city back there, the one that I'm speaking at tonight, I went through some areas that reminded me of where I came from in the Detroit area. A city's a city. Detroit's a lot like Cincinnati. It's just a lot more hilly, a lot more hills around here. But when I first came into the program, I think one of the hardest things for me was being around places like this. 11 years ago, I never would have been able to just drive through the area that I went through. There's no way. My stomach would have been turning. My hands would have been sweating. My mind would have been telling me, you're going to use. I would have been like, "Oh, it'll be different this time. I can do just one." And I might believe that. I stayed away from places that I used to use at. I had no business going down into the cities. I had no business going into the dope houses. I had no business going into the areas. I changed all that. And what I ended up doing is I surrounded myself with people in recovery. People who had what I wanted. People who had an understanding and a good working knowledge of a 12-step program. Those are the people that I chose to grab onto. Those are the people that I was looking for. I left the other ones back there. There's nothing for me to do for them, and they don't even need to see me today. Do you think they care that I'm doing well today? They care about one thing, selling one more. Just like all I cared about was getting one more. So staying away from those areas was a huge thing for me when I first started my process of recovery. I always say a monkey can't sell bananas, and if you hang out at the barbershop long enough, you're fixing to get a haircut. I'm here to tell you, I can't afford to get a haircut, obviously. I thought that I had to change all my friends. No, I didn't. I didn't even have any friends. I didn't have to change any friends because I didn't even have any friends. Like I said, friends don't help friends die. So what I ended up doing is I went to a bunch of meetings. They say go to 90 meetings in 90 days. And we think, "Oh my Lord, that's a lot of work." Well, just go to one a day then. That's where I ended up building my network. That's where I ended up building my friendships from. Now I've got a network all across this country. I've got friends of mine, brothers and sisters in recovery, that I know that would be there to help me at any time that I needed them to, and they wouldn't even ask for nothing or expect anything in return. Try to get that from the people that you're out there getting high with. They ain't going to come and help you unless they can get something out of it. The people that I have in my life today, they want to help me because they love me. They want to help me because they want me to continue doing the next right thing for the next right reason. Now, where am I supposed to find friends at? Early in recovery. I can't stand myself. I can't stand anybody else. I hate the person that I had become. I'm not racist or prejudiced. I hated everybody equally because I hated the person that I had become. So now I got to figure out who I really am. I got to go in and try to make some real friends. The places that I went to make the friends were in the rooms of recovery. And then a lot of things started to change. If you're getting clean and you don't want to live that lifestyle no more, first thing you need to do is lose the phone number that you have. If they're important out there, they'll get your number. All the other numbers that are in that phone, You don't need it. I switched my phone number. I've had the same phone number now for over 11 years. For a dope fiend like myself to be able to say, I've had the same phone number for over 11 years, that's crazy. That's a huge accomplishment. At least I feel that it is. Now, a normal person, whatever normal is, besides sitting on a washing machine and a dryer, they'd be like, well, you're supposed to have a number for 11 years. Yeah, not when you do what we do. Not when you're running out there in that city. Not when you're listening to that disease and it's telling you just one more and it's telling you it'll be different this time. You know, after I changed the places that I started going to and I changed the people that I surrounded myself with, then I had to start changing the way that I react to situations. And it's a process. You know, we give out key tags or increments of clean time, 30, 60, 90, and we do that for a reason. A couple of days prior to and a couple of days after that, this disease will come at us and it will talk some real believable crap. It will say stuff to us like, it'll be different this time. You can do just one. It'll say, you deserve to. You've done such a great job. And if we're not up on our game, if our program is not up to par, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do to continue becoming the person that I was intended to be all along, I might just believe that disease and I might just pick up. I don't have to pick up today. No addict has to use again. Addicts are dying behind me left and right. We live in a world where they say Suboxone is the answer. No, it's not. Addicts are dying behind me left and right in this city of Cincinnati. And the government says that the answer is in a Vivitrol shot. No, it's not. The answer is not in any prescription that's out there. The answer is in a 12-step program. The answer is surrendering. The answer is changing one thing, and that's everything. You have to. The answer is get busy living or get busy dying. Which one do you want to do? I choose life today. I'm blessed today. I live a life that I never even thought even existed, and if it did, I surely wasn't able to have it, and yes, I am. It just takes work. I still go to meetings. I live the 12 steps, and I apply them in all areas of my life. I still struggle, but I no longer have the urge to get high. I don't have the desire. I think about it every now and then. I'm a drug addict. Of course I think about it every now and then. That's what qualifies me to be part of. That's okay. So what do I do with that thought? I don't cradle it. I don't nurture it. I don't let it grow. I stomp it out and I laugh and I'm like, no, I don't think so. Not today. Not today. No matter what, I'm not going to use today. It's a simple program for complicated people, and we are complicated people. We try to figure it out. There's nothing to figure out. You just simply have to do it. You don't have to pick up. Any addict can lose the overwhelming desire and urge to get high. That's the promise, dude. Any addict can lose the desire to get high and find a new way to live. That's what we have. Application of the 12 steps helps me get one more day, one daily reprieve of the disease of addiction. Why would I want to go to places today that are going to make me want to pick up? Why would I want to surround myself with people who are using? I'll go and I'll kick the door and I'll drag somebody out and be like, look, bro, you're a mess. You need some help. I'm here if you want it. But I'm not going to go hang out. I'm not going to go there and say, hey, look at me. I've been around now for 4,075 days clean. No slips, no trips, no weekend dips, no smack, no crack, no heart attack. Ain't I looking good? That would be the stupidest thing that I could possibly do. I don't care what they think. I don't care if they know that I look good. All I know is this. I feel good. I don't care how I look. I never did. I care how I feel today. I know that today I'm more of a man than I ever have been. And it's because I said no to that madness out there. If I can do it, anybody can do it. No addict needs to die out there in active addiction. There's help. You have to surrender and you have to change one thing, and that's everything. But it's a process. Start with this, not using no matter what. See you later.